EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, alert 33. SOS. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. SOS. SOS. SOS.
From the gun, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. A toss play to Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 49 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Here's Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Mack Wilson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run here with Ballage. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Parker here, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 24. Check 24. Shift. Let's go.
Ballage. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Check. 180. Check. 53. Here we go. Here we go.
Fitzpatrick will sneak it, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Fitzpatrick taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. So it was second and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. Second down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vince Beagle drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Hey, take your shot. Stop back there. Stop back there.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And
pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
Check. 180. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On fourth, they'll go again and try it once more. Now Mayfield on fourth down. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now Balaj. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Fitzpatrick from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They run it with Balaj. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down and 4. Fitzpatrick nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
To throw, Fitzpatrick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Let's go, baby.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
46-yard line.
180. Ricky. Check 26.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Regular. 52 is the mic right here over there. King. Watch the backer. He's coming. We got double up.
Mayfield to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Landry, the intended target. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Airing it out for Hearns. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This is 3rd and long. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First down, Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
That's complete to it. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready, yellow waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack on first down, Breeze under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taco Charlton, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Breeze now. He's got Smith here. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Jackson, option right. And a cut to the right and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 30 yards. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
57 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Dolphins.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
52 and 56, 52 and 56.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now, Fitzpatrick. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Fitzpatrick. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, color.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
They've got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 79 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, alert 40. White 80! 48 right now, let's go. Watch the run, watch the run. Check the hot read. Watch the safety creep. Watch that.
On the delay, it's Balaj. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Play action now, Fitzpatrick. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And this is Parker, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
50 seconds to Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
3rd and goal for Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jalen Ferguson able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Toss play to Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Yeah,
like an egg underhanded really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. It's caught by Roberts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
I know we love.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, 46 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over. Instinct
and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Taco Charlton able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. He finds Roberts, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one covers 29 yards. First down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson rolling to his right. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play action. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
Now that's a big pickup.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Jackson on first down. This one complete to Ingram. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the counter, Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vince Beagle able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. Fitzpatrick into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. Oh, he's got it. But I think the ball's out. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's Baltimore touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Brandon Carr there to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterback's edition?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Taco Charlton charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Let's put that team on the puck. Mark 55. Mark 55. It's our time.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson, option right. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
52 by 52. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Check.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Two times. You got 3.
Chubb on the counter. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Pistol. 955. Record.
Mayfield looks to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
52 and 56, 52 and 56.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Alert!
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
20. Check 55 to mine. Check.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Double time. Alert. 3 down.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He leaps over him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Browns' 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll run here with Balaj. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard
20. Check 55, Mike. Now watch one.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Alert!
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Run.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 32 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A draw play now. Balaj. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the 44, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Fitzpatrick. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Balaj looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 yards on the play, first down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah. Now
you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
There you go. 49, check 49, check 49. Kill. 34.
Fitzpatrick to throw. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it,